Today, we're diving into the data behind 70 construction project case studies that prove one thing. The more compliant you are with implementing Advanced Work Packaging, AWP, the better your projects perform in terms of efficiency, time, and cost. AWP is a collection of industry best practices that were identified and researched by COA and CII over the last 20 years. The process aligns work packages across engineering, procurement, and construction, synchronizing workflows across the project. The subsequent clarity and organization produces a step change in project results. We collected and analyzed data from 70 mega projects that executed AWP globally over the last decade. The data includes over 200,000 time-on-tool observations and more than 1,500 interviews captured from brownfield, greenfield, and commercial projects during the civil, mechanical, and electrical phases. Data was collected from two distinct sources on each project: AWP compliance and time on tools. Over a 2-week period during various stages of each project, we conducted detailed time on tools studies to capture the frequency of how often workers were executing scope that progresses the project. Simultaneously, we assessed AWP compliance by interviewing at least 20 key project personnel. These interviews focused on all critical aspects of AWP implementation using a set of 60 established AWP conditions. Interviews followed the same standardized process, ensuring consistency and accuracy in the data. The result is 70 credible snapshots of project performance balanced against AWP compliance. While the data shows us the impact of being compliant with AWP standards, it also allows us to measure the value. This project had 26% time on tools and was 36% aligned with AWP. The data from this project shows 55% time on tools and 83% alignment with AWP. Plotting the trend line, we can see the mean average across the 70 projects. So, what does this show? It shows that the more compliant your project is with AWP best practices, the busier your workforce is, which is something that you already knew. Here is something else that you already know. When we slice the data by discipline into civil, electrical, and mechanical phases, we see that the more complex the work is, the more benefit you get from being organized. Dividing the data by brownfield and greenfield shows again that the more complex a project is, the more it benefits from alignment with best practices. So, what does this mean to the project? Well, let's do the math. When we compare a project that is 45% compliant, which means that they are not applying AWP, to a project that is just 75% compliant, which means that they are mostly doing AWP, we see that their time on tools is 8 points better, which is a 22% improvement. What does this mean in dollars and cents? A 22% increase in time on tools means that you get 22% more done every day. On a $1 billion project where the cost of construction is $500 million, a 22% improvement in construction productivity could reduce the project costs by $100 million and 5 weeks per year. These figures are staggering, but that is what the data is showing us. The rough order of magnitude investment for AWP is around $10 million for a $1 billion project. That makes the return on investment somewhere north of 1,000%. Plus world-class safety, quality management that makes things done, and a digital twin environment that can benefit operations for the life of the asset. The key takeaway from this pool of case studies is that you can have a significant positive impact on your projects. Since every journey begins with an understanding of where you are, you should initiate that journey by measuring your project. When you're ready to transform your results with the power of advanced work packaging, give us a call.